Welcome back to the urban farmyard where this city girl goes country. Today is another episode of my decluttering series. This is a project that I've embarked on during self-isolation in order to keep my sanity intact, and I've got to say it's working really well. In today's episode we're going to be tackling another category in the bedroom: accessories. I've got to say, this house is starting to look pretty amazing. I have been through and decluttered the entire kitchen, and I would say I'm probably now halfway through the master bedroom, and you can suddenly see it all just looking nice and clean and clear and tidy. Actually, maybe not so much clean. I'm not focusing on cleaning at the moment, more on decluttering and organising. So today's exercise is a reasonably simple one. We're going to get into shoes and accessories. Now, accessories include things like hats and bags and scarves and jewellery, and we're also going to tackle shoes. So let's get started. As I have in other areas, I am going to start by taking everything out of the wardrobe and sorting it into categories. So all the shoes will be together, all the jewellery together, all the scarves and hats and things like that. Now, this is not a particularly big category for me. What I've found is, because I've done most of the wardrobe already, I've actually corralled most things into their categories. So let's get into it and I'll show you how it's done. So that's the shoes done. I've got to say, I didn't actually get rid of any this time around. I've decluttered shoes previously, and it seems that I've done a good job of paring them back. So I've made the decision to keep everything that's there. They all fit on one shoe rack, which is perfect, and I do wear them all pretty consistently. So next up, we are going to do jewellery. So the preliminary sorting process is done. I've got to say, what a tangled web that was. Most of my time has been spent trying to untangle necklaces and bracelets from one another. They were in a giant mess. What this is showing me is, firstly, I've got a lot of jewellery for someone who now lives on a farm, and most days I don't wear any jewellery at all. So I think I'm going to have to purge a lot of this. Also, there's nothing really precious here. Unfortunately, my precious jewellery was stolen a number of years ago, and so the only items I've got now are costume jewellery, which is going to make it much easier for me to go through and rationalise and get rid of a lot of these pieces. So I'm going to go through and purge, and we're going to pair it back to the pieces I really love. Let's go do it. Here we have loads of necklaces, some hanging storage type things, a few rings and brooches, bracelets, and a random assortment of earrings, most of which don't have a pair anymore. Here we have it, the pared back collection. Now, there's still quite a lot here, but a lot of these pieces I'm actually keeping more for sentimental reasons than anything else. Pieces that were given to me by friends and family, and pieces that I just want to keep, which I'll probably put in a memory box because I'm not actually wearing them anymore. This is the bag of things that I am getting rid of. Quite a lot in there, so that will all be donated once the lockdown has finished. Now, the next challenge I have is how to store these pieces. We're still in the middle of a lockdown here in New Zealand, and so I'm not in a position to go out and buy a jewellery box or something, anything like that. So in the interim, I think I'm going to have to pop these things into a container of some sort and figure out the longer term storage solution once the shops are open again. So we'll go and pop this stuff away. That's jewellery done. Now, I've got to admit, I don't actually have any more categories to do now. I have already purged and sorted handbags and scarves as part of my overall wardrobe cleanup. But if you do have handbags and scarves, now is the time to go and do those categories. We'll see you back here tomorrow.